Hello everyone, and today in our Let's Build series we are going to be making a bedroom, and we are going to do it in a similar style to our bathroom over there. Last time we made a bathroom, which I will link at the end of the video if you want to check out how to make a wonderful bathroom. So first of all, I probably already have it on, but we need the bb.move object cheat on, because that is very important. And we're going to start off, I'm going to make this room a little bit more interesting because it's a bedroom, so it's going to have a few different areas to it, so it can function as a bedroom, but obviously you don't need to sort of do it that way. So I'm going to go 6 down for our main block, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go up 2, so we're going to make an L-shaped thing. So we're going 4 across there, and then we're just going to connect it will back up like this. So we have a small, well, not a small L-shaped room. We're going to steal the same door as we did for the other one. Pop that there, and we are going to get our lights in, so we can obviously see what we're doing in the room. Not decorations, lights. And we want ceiling lights at the moment. I'm not actually going to scale these down because we're going to do custom lights in here, so we can make it nice and bright. So I thought, let's put in some windows. So I'm going to go with these ones from Get Famous because they're nice and 3 wide. So we're going to put those here and on the same side over here, because we're going to use this back wall as our bed, where we're going to put the bed, and then we're going to have a little round window here, and this is going to be where our drawers and our cupboards and stuff are for our clothes and stuff. So we're going to split it into like the bed area and then the main area there. So with this bedroom, I thought we'd go for a bit of a classy modern sort of theme. So we're going to go for grey all along these walls. So we're not going to cover the whole room in grey because obviously that'd be way too much. We're going to just use it as a feature. So we're going to just have 3 walls, and then normally you could end it here, but it looks a bit weird, so we like to carry it along to this wall, so then it all blends in nicely. And we're going to use the same wallpaper but in the white, so we have a nice lighter end to the room, but we also have this nice dark version. We're also going to lighten up this bedroom with the flooring as well. So I'll take press G to get rid of our grid, and then we're going to put the flooring in, and it's going the wrong way for what I would like. So we're going to use the not the comma key, the full stop key to turn that around, and then we're going to use this nice light wood flooring. Obviously you could go for like white, but that might be a little bit too white. You could go with this one as well, which is quite nice, which if you wanted a little bit more texture. You could, that's a little bit bright. You can go with completely white. We could do a little bit more rustic with some floorboards. We change them the other way. That could look quite cool as well. But I thought having a nice sort of light tone, a nice light yellowy tone that's not grey or white, kind of just warms it up a bit. And we're going to be using an accent colour in here as well. It also ties it to the other bathroom as well with that sort of colour. So we're going to pick our bed to go with. There's a few different beds to go with. I either like this one, or we could go with this one. I haven't actually got moves up. Or you could go really fancy and go with this one. Where is it? In that colour. Or you could go this one as well. So kind of picking beds that have the white, the grey and the black in them. So I'm going to put my move objects on because we will be moving stuff up and down, and I didn't do it properly. Of course. Move objects. There we go. So that is all done. So we kind of want this sort of colour scheme. I'm going to go with the Discover University bed. You could obviously go with a lot more beds than this. We could maybe get away with having that one. And I think there's one in here as well, if you wanted to bring in some darker woods into everything. And you could obviously go with this one as well if you're going for even more modern theme. There's lots of like dark coloured beds that you could go with, and we could go with this one as well, a different style. But there's lots of ones you can use depending on which packs you want to use as well. So I'm going to try and pop this right in the middle here, so we've got it equal on both sides. We have some nice windows either side as well, and then we are gonna match it with the Get Famous side cabinets because it has the same quilting design as on the bed frame. And obviously you could use various different things, like we could use that one, or we could use the Discover University one as well. And what else could we use? We could slightly get away with that one. Could use yellow as well. We could use an accent colour, so you could go with blue, pink, some nice colours, or we could go proper modern. That one doesn't quite work as well. It might work well with some other beds. We could go with this as well because it has the two greys and stuff in it. So if you don't have certain ones, then you can definitely swap it out for some different stuff. But I'm going to match the quilt with the bed on there, so we have a nice sort of beginning section for our bedroom. So I'm going to go into our comfort as well, because I have like putting a little end seat on here. I'm going to use this one from base game in the, can't remember what colorway, yeah, it's the grey one. So that has the same colors as well. It's got our quilting, and it doesn't have the like yellow, the bright gold sort of colors on there as well. We can use the Alt key to sort of move and place it in wherever we want to. So we've got this nice little setup here. So that is our little start. So we're gonna change over to where our cupboards, our wardrobes and dressers. We're going to have a vanity as well, and then we're going to have like a bookcase and a little table as well. I think I've made this room, I think, one too big. Yes, I have made this room one too big. There we go. So it doesn't look so huge. So it should be 6, 5, 2 and 4 across. So then we just have the right amount of space between the end of the bed and stuff. So in here I'm going to actually use the base game stuff, because we're going to go for some nice white tall dresses, and we're going to frame the window as well. And it's annoying because the flat one actually sticks out a bit, so all you can do is just hold Alt and just move them forward so they all fit in a nice line. I can fit it in. Oops. There we go. It does have a small little glitch, but we've framed the window quite nicely in here, so we've got this nice little thing. We can also pop some stuff on there once we get to making the room have a little bit more decoration in. So we're going to make a little custom vanity. Obviously, if you're going for different styles as well, you could pop in one of these and have 2 of those, or you could use something like that. use this one and pop that in the middle if you wanted to make more of a feature out of it. You could also use this one from Discover University if you're going for like 2 different styles, and you can mix and match to whatever you desire, sort of thing. Anything that you have in your game. So we're going to use just a flat, the big base game mirror as our starting point. So we want to get that kind of in the middle, enough space so they can use the dressers, and plenty of space to use everything else. So we're going to go in here and I'm going to use the island living desk, because obviously we want to start tying in this side of the room with this side of the room, and this is one of the desks that gets close enough to having the grey and also sort of the wooden vibes that we've got going on, and you can kind of tell that it's similar. Thankfully we are sort of matching everything, so we want to pop that so it's in the middle and move the mirror over a bit so it's in the center of the legs, so we don't have it covering the little end bit there. We want to have a chair, so I thought it'd be quite nice if we have an accent color in here. The color that I've chosen for this build is going to be yellow, because it is super bright against this grey and black, and we also have this really cool pattern in the city living chairs. So technically your sim can't sit on the desk, but we're going to pretend that they can. So I'm just going to set it at an angle as though it's like been pushed out a bit, and we're also going to keep one over here so we can have one that you can like put clothes and stuff on if you wanted to. Obviously you could go in and add a yellow chair like this one, or you could go in and add like a nice yellow one like this one, or you could go for a grey one, or any other chair that you think would be appropriate. Like you could go proper like fancy with this black and white chair, or you could go a little bit less fancy but obviously keeping our quilting and stuff with this chair. So you could really mix and match, or you could go like really modern as well. But I don't think this one comes in a proper yellow, it comes with like a blue, but you can go through and see like what yellow or what color you want to pop into it. You could also go like this chair as well, which would fit in well. So we're going to go for a pop of yellow around this bedroom. So we're gonna leave that there. We'll do all the decoration like afterwards. So over here we kind of have a big empty space. We've got our wardrobes and our sort of makeup station, dresser. I mean, you could obviously put in, if you have vintage glamour, you could pop in the proper vanity but in that spot, so you can use the makeup stuff as well. So I thought it quite nice to have a bookcase, so the Sims can obviously do some reading, and you can put some stuff on it, and have a little end table so you could like throw keys and stuff in. The one I'm going to use is the city living one, because it's nice and modern, and it also comes in this nice grey and black sort of theme that we're going around, and it also has some yellow little details as well, so it kind of ties in everything that we have going on here. So that is going to be our bookcase, and we're going to pop stuff on it obviously, and then I'm going to use the desk from Parenthood in this nice little lighter yellow, so we're going to go with that one. We're just going to pop it at an angle, or I might pop it there, so it's a little bit bringing in some of the older styles, but we're obviously getting in the yellow. I'm just going to keep it on an angle, pop it there so we can pop the like bills. I really wish we had like keys and stuff but we don't, sadly. So we've got all our furniture kind of set where where basically we want to have them. So we can start filling in our room. So this is kind of the layout. So we've got like the bedroom area, we've got the extra that we have our getting ready area. So I kind of want to have some nice paintings above the bed. So I thought it'd be quite nice to have these ones from cats and dogs, and you can have them as a set of 3 as well, so we can space them all over the different objects. So we've got one over the bed, one over each of the end tables, which kind of ties in our yellow as well, but obviously we've got the blacks and stuff. And then I thought, because we normally have like lights and stuff, so you could go in and pop in some like yellow lamps on the end tables, which could look really cool. Have a little yellow lamp on the end, or we can go in and add a little wall light, which kind of gives us a little bit more of a warmer tone, and we can set them like this, and we can obviously start getting once we've got all our custom lights in, we can start getting it. And you can imagine that you could pull a little chain or something and switch them on in the night. And I'm going to pop one here on the vanity as well, just so we have a little extra light in that corner of the world. So that is our little start. We obviously have to add in some curtains, so I'm going to add in the ones from Seasons because they come in this beautiful bright yellow color. I'm going to hang them on the window instead of hanging them right above it. So they're going to go all the way down to the ground and bring in that real bright pop of color. Actually, going to get rid of that light so we have a little bit more of a moody room here. And then we need a rug, so you could go yellow, but I am going to go with, I think, a nice grey fluffy rug, which kind of makes everything a little bit softer as well. It's got some harsh like blacks and stuff going on, so having a nice fluffy rug, so you can scale everything up using your bracket keys, and that means we can go smaller and we can go bigger as well. And let's pop that in there. I'm actually going to change that back to white because it lightens everything up. I think having the grey and the grey on the floor and the grey on the walls is a little bit too much. Obviously the black is way too much as well, but if you go in pink, you could bring in that little pop of pink, green, browns, sort of a light dusty pink as well could work really nice as well. We're going for that colour. So we've got our nice little rug here. We can obviously move our chair out the way a bit. And that is kind of that end of the room done. We'll add some little bit of decoration on there as well. Add some clutter, so we'll get a nice yellow, orangey tissue box in case you're sick in bed. And we will also get some books as well, wherever they are, and we'll get the yellow ones as well. So we just have a few little bits out and about. We're obviously picking up the colour, and that end of the room is pretty much done. Is super simple. You don't have to overdo anything. So that is done. So we're going to move on to this end of the room. Take that light out because we won't need it, and we are going to pop on some of our stuff, so we can get a various amount of things out that you might want to use, and we'll obviously have to move objects and stuff to place stuff where we want to. So we can have some like mail stuff, and we can pop that over there if we wanted to, and obviously we can see if there's any colour ways that fit the room more appropriately than what we have at the moment. Let's just have a look. You can keep it in those ones. See if there's anything else. Obviously, if you've got laundry stuff, you can add in a little laundry basket. So I'm gonna pop that there. So we've got our laundry. We can pick it up and stuff like that. And let's have a look. See if there's anything that we want in here. I don't think there will be. We can add a radiator if you've got vampires and you wanna role play it a bit. Let's pop a little radiator under the window so you can pretend that when you switch the central heating on, if you've got seasons, then that actually works. And I wish it did, but it doesn't. Alas, it does not. I don't think there's anything else at the moment, so we can sort our stuff out. So we can pop that over there. This fits nicely in the corner, and then we have some bits and bobs that we can put on. I'm just going to fill up all the spaces on here, so then we can use our Alt key and our 9 key to put this where we actually want to have it, which is kind of on the stuff that we've already got in the palette. I think it's going to be slightly too high, so we're going to have to pretend that they're a little smaller than they actually are. So we'll just pop those in there, and we're going to move that by accident, so we'll get rid of all the other stuff on here and the extra ones that we had at the back. So we've just got we've got some male, some products, and we've got some female products, but you could obviously change that if you're having 2 male sims, or you've got 2 female sims, or whatever variant of simage that you have using this bedroom, or it's just a 1 sim and you're just having 1 sim in here. So that, and we'll add a curtain on here as well, and we'll have to have one of these ones that cover the round windows, so kind of have it nice and open and make sure there's lots of light coming in. And obviously we don't have to do too much stuff in this area because it's already pretty much full. So in this area we can go a little bit different. Kind of, you can go with what the style of your sim is, or what kind of taste they have. So I'm going to do a basic sort of thing. So I'm going to pop a scaled up clock on the wall in the black. Obviously we could go white, or we could go brown, or whatever if you are using any other colors, but I'm going to go for black, and I'm going to put some candles on here that we can actually use. If I can find where they are, they're in here somewhere. Here they are. And I'm going to use the nice light one. So we've got some nice sort of warm light over in this side of the room, and it makes, we've got some height as well compared to the clock. So we've got kind of that at the same height as there, and then we've got these coming down, so we can put up a little object on the bookshelf as well. So we can pop some more books on here. We'll go for a different color this time, so I can pop those on there. You could also pop on the little book ends as well, and we can change the color to have sort of that one. We've got a nice white polar bear, and then we'll have the one from City Living as well. I don't think that is in this category, annoyingly enough. Where are you? There's always the fun of trying to find different stuff. Probably actually use this one instead of having another bookcase. We can have a nice camera on here. Let's raise that up slightly. And in, so it's the Alt key, so we can place it, and it's floating. So we're going to have it slightly sunken into the shelf itself, but it kind of fits nicely in that corner. I thought here we could use the little shoe racks wherever they are. Here they are, and they fit quite the male one fits quite nicely in here, and it also makes it look as though there's like a nice built-in shoe space, even though this one is kind of like glitching through, but if you move it over too far enough then it kind of fits in. But we'll just pretend that the both shoes are actually in there, but it looks quite nice, like you've got a proper shoe tidy in that section. We can obviously pop something here. We don't have any plants in here yet, so it'd be a good space to pop some plants on here. We could go for a nice black plant, or we could go for one that has some yellow and orange in it, so you'll just have to raise that up. I'll pop that there. So then we've got a nice plant, and we could obviously see if we can pop one at the top as well. Use the succulents. Go for this colorway because this has all our yellows and stuff, and we'll obviously get some more stuff when we get the tiny living pack, which is super amazing. I cannot wait. I can pop that up there and just make sure that is nice and on there. It's floating a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much, because if we sink it down too much, actually that kind of works. So we'll pop that up there. So then we've got some plants, we've got some candles, and we've got some nice various things about the place. And obviously you could pop some plants and stuff on the other side if you wanted to. Then we have this space here which we could fill with a plant as well, just to bring in some greenery into the room, because otherwise it's looking a bit sad. So I quite like using this plant when I can, because it's very bushy, kind of fits nicely with the leaves around the corner as well. And we can move our chair next to it as well, and it kind of creates this nice corner bit in the room. And let's see if there's any other colours. We could go for nice black, go for grey, orange. I'm gonna go for the grey. Actually not, it's a little bit dark. Go for this colour, so we have the dark wood but with the lighter thing. So have a nice little thing there. We could obviously pop some pictures up on the wall there as well, which we'll have to get around to doing. So let's pop some stuff here, so we can kind of pop a little bit of documents and stuff, because everyone has those types of things. And we'll pop some from our mail and pretend it's keys and stuff like that. And let's have a look, see, let's get one of these out. So we've got some like pens and pencils and stuff, so we can pop some stuff on the wall. Let's actually go into our wall decorations and see if there's anything that is like, we can pop our little honours, say we've got a degree and we've been travelling, a little map as well, which goes quite nicely in that corner, and it's not too overpowering either. So we don't want to go over the top in a bedroom, because you need to be able to sleep. Even though this is The Sims and you don't have to, but kind of want to make it as realistic as possible. We could put some keys up on the wall, but I don't think they come in any colours that fit our scheme that we're going on. We could obviously put some stuff like that if you wanted to. What else is about? Don't really want to put like a board in there, because that doesn't really fit. We could add some of like the university pictures up here, because they come in some good like generic sort of images. Pop those up there just for change. I don't know why they're in this category rather than the picture one. Obviously try and find something like that. One's a little bit too big to pop there. We could obviously pop another picture like that on the wall, which is nice and square, or we could find some like architect ones, which is slightly too big to pop there. Go fun. Put some sloths on the wall. Let's try and find, go Jerry. You can just pop Jerry on the wall, which is always fun. Or you could go along and pop the Brooklyn Bridge. But I want to find a small square thing. You could do the butterflies in the yellow. That'd be quite nice. Let's line it up with the door as well, so that we've got a little bit of space between everything. And just move that down slightly. So try and get the same sort of line of stuff. So that corner is basically done. Obviously you could make this a single door and make that into have extra space on this end. And we will take our final light out. So you could leave it like this, which is super moody and very atmospheric, especially for some woohoo. But we can add in some nice lighting. So we use our wall lights and we're going to go colours and yellow. So you can just go into this little menu here and select whatever colours and styles going for. So you could go, if you go a little bit fancier, you could go for this kind of light. We want to have the light in the middle of the room, so it's kind of still atmospheric, but we've got enough light so the gameplay and stuff isn't particularly distracted. So I'm going to go with these fitness stuff ones because they're kind of modern and they go with our theme pretty well. And I'm obviously going to use some that are the longer ones, the double height walls, and use our bracket keys again just to make them a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to go smaller again, so we've kind of got a set of 3 going on. And if we have a look from the top, we kind of want to make it as though it's a natural set of stuff. So we don't want, kind of can have this one overhanging a little bit because it's longer, and then we want to make them at slightly different angles as well, just to make it look more interesting. So this one's going to move a little bit, just so it's not so close to the other one. So in reality, your Sims would probably hit their head on this other one, but it's The Sims, so we're not too fussed. I need to move this one in a bit more. Right, I think that is good enough. So we can leave it. We can leave the lighting like this. It's quite bright, but we've still got like dark spots. So you can go in, or just X that out. Can go in with our big beam lights and put them, because we've got move objects on, we can put them over the top. Just use our brackets keys to scale them down, and use our Alt key to go over and make it super bright if you want to, which is always fun to do. So there we go. So it is now super duper bright in here and great for ruining the environment. So let's have a look. We could also pop like a mat in here if we wanted to, not the floor. Because I've scaled it up, sometimes you can't access the rugs very well. So we could go in here and like pick yellow and grey and black, and then we've got a whole variety of stuff. Like we could put a rug there, you have a little rug in here if we wanted to. What other ones are there? You have like that. We have some patterns. We have some other, lots of different rugs you could pop in this part of the world. So we can pop that one in. I'm actually going to leave not having a rug there because it's kind of, this rug defines the space as being like the cozy sort of comfort area. But if you wanted to, you could pop something there. Might go grab one of the small ones and just pop it by the door. So you've got a nice little rug by the door. So let us pop the walls up with our page up button. We're going to go in and have a look around and see what it looks like from our Sims perspective, which is always fun to do. just make myself a little bit shorter because they're not all like 7 foot tall. So this is what the room looks like when we get in the room. So we've got our nice hanging wall lights. We can see the bed in the background. Go over to our side. We have our vanity station and with our little products and stuff on there. We've obviously got an extra light. We don't have any ring lights or anything, so you can't be a beauty guru. So we've got our wardrobes and dressers, our little laundry basket as well, which you could use the base game on if you don't have laundry stuff. We've got a nice plant in the middle that brings in a little bit more of green and red, which also goes with our chair as well. We've got our honours and our little world thing, and then over in the bedroom we've got our matching sort of quilted stuff in the grey and the blacks as well. So then we've got a nice 3 pictures, so if your Sims are lying in bed, this is kind of what they see, which is quite funny. So we've got the 2 windows either side, bringing in lots of light. Obviously you can see everything as well. We've got our fake radiator there, we can see our bathroom there, and this is what our little custom bookshelf looks like. So we've got our candles, we've got succulent plants, we've got a little shoe rack as well there, and then we've got a few extra pictures and sort of utility stuff that you kind of keep in your bedroom because you have to. And that is basically it. So just jump out of tab mode and we can have a look at the layout from the top. You can kind of see where everything is in relation to one another, and that is it for our little room build. Obviously we can make this smaller if you wanted to bring in the walls a bit, and obviously you could bring in this part of the wall, make it white here and then white across here if you wanted to as well. But I'm going to leave this one here. It will be up on the gallery for you to download and check it out yourself, and all information for that will be in the description. So hopefully I will see you in the next Let's Build for the next room that we do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.